Okay, should be live now. Just gonna set up my post and all that stuff. I think I've got my chat all set up to go through via the stream. So yeah, 2 seconds. Let me just get the link all saved and sent over via the post. And I'll have to get the chat up, of course. Alright. Save that. Okay. There we go. Now whoever shows up, shows up. Get my chat all open. Okay. Cool beans. Let's get into this. Right. What am I working on right now? I'm working on getting
What's up? Haven't been watching this playthrough as I'm still in Tier 7 and didn't want to spoil myself, but figured this is too far down F.
Too far down for you to remember anything. That's fair. Seeker, hey. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. What am I working on right now? I'm working on a circuit board setup because, from my understanding, one of the circuit board recipes, specifically this, where is it? It's, it is this one, the Silicon circuit board. Apparently, the resources spent to points earned when you sync them is like 7 times the value as far as what you put into it, which is copper and raw crystal. Uh, and yeah, right now I'm working on the copper sheets side of things. So I've got it set up over here in the map. There's 3 pure copper ore nodes that I'm pulling from right now. I'm only using one of them currently. And then I've got the raw quartz over here being pulled, which I'll have to actually do the processing for. So I've got a total of 2,400 raw quartz over here and 3,600 of the copper ore, which I need to do the math to figure out exactly how I want to balance all this. I think we're going to end up not using all of this copper ore, but we'll see. Anyway, right. I did one half of part of where I was setting up my refineries. So, from my understanding, from my math, one pure node of copper can be fed 100% into 16 smelters for 100% output. So all of these should be running, I think. Yeah, these are all running. Which should, I think, get you a full belt of copper. And then that is going to be fed into 22 refineries. Which technically, I think the math works out to 22.3 repeating. So, this is technically not enough, but it's close enough. If I really want to make it super optimized, I could throw down another refinery and make it, clocked to the correct amount. But for now, we're just going to do with this. And anyway, I also wanted to figure out the math as far as how much we're making for copper sheets. So we're doing 56.25 times 22. That's going to be 1,237, which means we're actually going to be overproducing as far as a full belt is concerned. So yeah, I definitely don't need that extra refinery. Because technically, I'm not going to be pulling all of this onto a single belt anyway. So, as far as the conversion is concerned, we're technically, if I think my math is right, we're technically getting more copper sheets out than what we're producing. Is that correct? That doesn't seem correct. Whatever. Anyway, I also want to redo this water setup I've got going right now. So yeah. Anyway, right now we're just going to focus on getting the rest of this set up. So let's do that. Alright. So I'm going to need some lifts. Need some pipelines for the floor. And if I wanted to utilize the rest of the copper, which I probably should, I'll need to make 44 more refineries and an additional 32, I think 32 of the smelters. Yeah. that's gonna be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna get all that sorted today. You know, I guess technically I don't need to feed these through the floor. I could do this above, but I think I'm just going to do it through the floor. Okay, so now I think I wanted to redo how I've got these pipes set up. So let's get rid of these connections for now. Okay, I've got 600 water coming through each of these pipes, so 600 each. I should be able to do 10 of these pretty comfortably, because they only need like 560 something or other water for 10 of them. So I think I should be able to disconnect this. I think that's going to be 10, because I think I've got 11 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah. So I believe this should be fine. Now, whether or not this is going to properly work, I don't think it is, because I think it's going to struggle to get water all the way to the end this way. I won't find out until I get this up and running again. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. How you doing today, Seeker? You said you're still playing and you're on tier 7, right? What's the last thing you were working on? I think I'm just gonna connect this via a conveyor pole. I don't know, is that lined up? Can't tell. Yeah. Okay. A little awkwardly shaped, but whatever. Now, as far as our power is concerned, uh, I'll have to double check it. I think we're gonna be okay though, as far as what we've got going on. So, I think we'll be okay. I'll double check it though, just to be sure. Okay, let's get our power poles set up.
I'm currently just expanding my factories and oil power to get ready for aluminum. Haven't played in
Nice.
almost 2 weeks due to holidays though and demanding my time.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Valentine's coming up. Restaurant's going to be demanding my time. Oh yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Restaurants are a very time-consuming business. I don't need to tell you that, though. Alright. That's producing. It's going to take a while to actually fill up, but it's doing stuff. Or, well, it's not producing yet, but the copper's going through the machines, which is important. Now, we just need to get the whole little deal set up. Okay, so how do I want to set this up? I still don't even know if the water's going to work as far as this setup is concerned. I suppose I could set up collection for that. Let's just go there. Alright. If I had offset the conveyors by a couple spaces, then I could have done this all with single mergers, but I didn't because I wanted them to line up the other way. That's okay though. I don't mind doing it this way. Though I do hate it when I miss input. There's a little bit of drift sometimes with the hover pack. Okay. Yeah, aluminum wasn't too bad though. I enjoyed running. I enjoyed the whole aluminum setup. There's a lot to figure out with it, But it's fun. I don't know. The whole process, I like it. Get one of these interior belts eventually, I know it. It's gonna happen. Okay. It's not going to last too long as far as all that's concerned, but at least it's dropping off some of it. Alright. Water. Should probably wait a little bit to figure this out, but I think I'm okay with what we've got going on currently. I know I could do this just by setting down a support first. I probably should. Let's line up just one off of this. Say, didn't I miss one here? That spacing was a little bit off. Alright. You can connect here. don't know if this is going to work yet, but I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, it looks like it is.
Did you do nuclear power or just stick to fuel generators?
I actually did do nuclear power. Whenever we make some more progress on this, I can go over and show you that if you like. Okay, let's just put it over here. So the reason why this platform is here, by the way, these foundations, is because I originally set up the junctions first, because I was testing out a different way to do your pipe and stuff like that. So that's why it looks like that. I don't think I'm going to need a pump on this. Yeah, no, that's good. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the water to actually get in here. These last two aren't connected up to anything yet, so we're going to have to do something about that. I think I'm going to get rid of you. And I'm going to need another pump over here, which I've got enough set up for another. If each of these double setups can do 10 apiece, then I've got enough for 20 more. Yeah. So another full stack, I think. Gotta power them. And I'll probably need some pumps. Maybe. It's technically getting water. Not a lot right now. Yeah, I might have to put a pump on these. I don't know. Water takes a minute to get started moving sometimes. One's good. One's less good. There we go. That's better. Alright. Both of those are set up. Beautiful. Okay, these are all running. I think the water situation is okay. You're technically a little shy, huh? Guess that makes sense. So the way that I would try and fix that would be to take this water pipe and split it into two and then feed it along both ends and see if that would work. And then, vice versa, I would do the same thing for the other side. But I also don't know if these have been running long enough for the reservoirs to properly fill up. So, I don't know. We'll sit on it for a second. Okay. So, that is a lot of copper sheets now. Let's get started on the next little section here. So, here's where I've got the raw quartz coming through. Decent amount of it.
Vanessa says hi.
Hey, what's up, Vanessa? Where... Oh, I was like, where the heck's the radiation coming from? It's coming from those. That's okay. I don't remember it stretching that far. But whatever. Anyway, okay. So, we've got... each of these is putting out 1,200 raw quartz. So, we've got, I think, 1,200 copper sheets. So we'll focus on just a single source of 1,200 for that. Okay. Now then, we need to get silica. Now, there's a couple ways we can do this. I've got the cheap silica alternate recipe, or we could do it via a constructor. If I do it via a constructor, we can get 93.75 a minute for every 56 we put in, whereas this one is the same level of quartz, but you get more of the silica. So 3 to 7 instead of 3 to 5 for the ratio. But this does require limestone, which I do have some limestone around here. Like, I've got this pure node here, which should be 1,200. There's another pure one here, and we've got a normal one here. So if I were to do it via cheap silica, we could do it with, let's see, 131.25 times 9 is 1,183. Let's see. This is a 1-to-1 ratio, so we have to match at least 1,200. So I'd have to make 10 of these assemblers. 10 of these assemblers would require... That'd be 937 limestone, which we would have. Right, yeah. So... I mean, we could do that. That's not that big a deal. Whereas if I were to do this with just the quartz, I mean, it's the same level of quartz. We would need, how many of these? 16 or 15 or something like that? Let's see, 1,200 divided by 93.75, 12.8. So we would need 12 constructors. Should we just do the constructor route? It'd be easier. Yeah, let's just do the constructor route. Okay, so let's get our constructors all set up. So that's only going to be 675 quartz spent for this, by the way. Okay, so if we do 93.75 times 12, that equals 1,125. We would then need to get another constructor downclocked to 75. Bam. And then that should be the full 1,200, I believe. So, let's go ahead and get this going. Of course. It's not going to cooperate. Not like this. Works. I do not remember the radiation extending that far. A little annoying. Just gotta power this sucker. Okay, that should be enough. And then, of course, we'll just have to wait for it to actually get set up. Alright. Now then, let's bring the copper sheets over. You know, I really wish there was a better way for us to get rid of all this radioactive stuff. I can't blow it up. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and just extend this a little bit. Okay, next question. How much do we need of all this? Alright, we've got a full belt of 1,200 for both resources. Should, anyway. So 1,200 divided by 68.75. Okay, that equals 17.45 repeating. So let's get... we're gonna need a lot more of these. How many can I put here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Ah, ah, ah. $13, $14, $15, $16. Is that 17? It's an intimidating strip of assemblers, gotta say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, we need one more. I mean, technically we don't need one more, but I want to probably put down one more. Where am I going to put it? I don't think that's going to fit there. No. Okay. So 17 times 68.75 equals 1168.75 minus 1200 equals 31.25. So this needs to drop down to 31.25. I guess 31.75. Okay. Then this should be getting me 31.25 times 17 plus 14.125. So it's going to be 545.375 circuit boards per minute, which is that's an okay amount. Now we just got to get this all looped together. Which is gonna be fun. Okay. All powered. Just a stupid amount. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some stuff going. I think we're going to go ahead and do our little thing. So let's go with this direction. I should probably put the belts in first. Okay, so that can be for the copper sheets, I think. There we go. Wonderful. Now, we gotta do the fun part. We gotta set up all of our little splitters. So we want this to be this direction. Actually, we could do the other direction. constantly check to see if these are all lined up, because the lining up of this stuff gets a little wonky sometimes when it comes to trying to set up these particular types of splitter conveyor things. I actually learned how to do this in the last stream. Somebody went through the whole trouble of explaining how to do it via the chat, delays and everything. It's a way to set up your splitters and stuff like that without having clipping via your lifts. So if you're the type that doesn't like to have clipping on your conveyor belts and things like that, or at least to try and limit it a little bit, this is what I'm setting up right now. Okay, that was the painful part done. Now we just gotta set up the mergers for these ones, get those all fed in. Alright, there it goes. So, last things last. connect these. I guess technically the last thing will be actually setting up the sync for all of the circuit boards, but whatever. Ta-da! Okay. So yeah, if you set up your little conveyor belts and your elevators this way, you don't have your elevators or your lifts going through the bottom conveyors. So it's a little bit cleaner looking on the outside. Just ignore the fact that the lift is clipping through the assembler like this. If you can ignore that, you're fine. Okay. Yep, now we just have to wait for the silica to get all backed up on these machines, but yeah, not too bad. All this is going to go straight into a sink. I could technically set up at least 2 more stacks of this entire thing for a total of like 1,500 circuit boards, but for now I think I'm just going to leave it at that. It was a lot of work. Miss me, sucker. Although, I should actually fight these.
That is going to be a ton of points.
I mean, it is and it isn't. It's like, it's nothing compared to if I had properly set up more automation for ballistic warp drives. Because every warp drive is worth like 3 million points. Whereas if I do the math on this, it's going to be a depressingly low amount of points for the amount of work I put in. I think each circuit board... Oh man, I'll have to look up the points for every circuit board. Let's look it up. I went through the trouble, I might as well figure out how many points I'm getting through, right? Alright, let's see. Let's see. I just gotta find it on this little sheet here. No, Quickwire is worth 17. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, circuit boards are worth 696. So, 696 times that number is going to be 379,581 points per minute. Which, to be honest, that's not a whole lot. For the amount of work put in, that's not a whole lot of points. Like, for the amount of power that's spent and stuff like that, that's not a whole lot. But, whatever. It's the journey, right? Alright. In which case, I need to set up where I'm actually going to be doing the syncing. Yep. Now we gotta set up all our mergers. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. Seeker, I know you were asking about nuclear earlier. I've actually gone through the entire nuclear chain from production to waste disposal to zero waste at the very end of the chain. So I've actually gone through the entire The entire chain. So, yeah. Oops. Pretty happy about that. Didn't take me as long as I thought it would. I mean, it's not optimized, but I did it. So I can officially say I've done the most complicated thing in the game. Which is fun. Well, if I ever need circuit boards for something, we've got them now. So that's
What
cool.
have I missed? This my new account. Old account was IselBarak97.
Oh, ISIL. Let's see. What have you missed? Well, I got set up with a new circuit board set up in order for points. Only reason why I set it up is because they have the best ratio of points spent per resources consumed. So I set it up with the circuit boards, with the silicon circuit boards, and all they take is copper and silicon. So, or silica rather. So, not too bad, but I got that set up, and I'm just now about to start the sink. So right now we're producing like 545 circuits per minute, I think the math worked out to be. Which, that's like a little bit under 380,000 a minute. So it's not like an amazing amount. But it is an amount. So. And technically I've got the resources in order to set up more. Like, I could triple this output. I would just have to set up the actual, well, all the work that would go into doing it. Pretty much I would have to do all this setup 2 more times. So another, 17 times 2 assemblers, another however many constructors, more refineries. I would need to set up like an additional 44 refineries, which, that's a lot of work. So, yeah, something I'd have to set up. Right now the silica is kind of working its way down the line. So, yeah. But yeah, these lines shouldn't ever stop, I don't think. Now that it's all running. These should always be set up for 1,200 on the silica and the copper sheet lines. Pretty good. I think we're going to see some stalling on the line here. At least a little bit. Until it kind of equalizes. Yeah, like these ones, it's going to take a while to actually run through everything. Because, yeah, this is all full. Not a terrible problem to have. But it should catch up sooner than later. Yeah, this one's caught up now. This one's slowly but surely depleting. So it's pretty much just a manifold setup, but in the opposite direction. We're waiting for it to empty before it'll start producing again. So yeah, this is going to read 1,200 for a while. But once it equalizes, it should be around 500 and something or other. But that's an extra 20 million points per minute. That doesn't seem right. No, yeah, there we go. It kind of spikes. Kind of spikes a little bit. It's still not putting much of a dent in our points per coupon, though. Because it costs, what is that, 10 million? 11 million coupons per point. So yeah, it's a little expensive. Yeah. Anyway, let's add this to the pile. Okay. So, how are we looking on power, by the way? Still pretty good. Still pretty good, I think. Okay, I would like to go back to the base, deposit these coupons. And away!
Well done on completing the game. I never thought you get this far. I had to close my eyes at few things. I think worst was your first coal pal.
Yeah, my first coal power was a little bit rough, wasn't it? Alright. So that's all set up. So yeah, I'm getting closer. Yeah, pumps on all the pipes, I know, right? That was pretty good, right? Which, by the way, let's go take a trip, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna use my little hypertube setup that I haven't used in a while. We're going this way, yeah. Man, it's been a while since I've used this pipeway. Little tubeway. It's kind of fun seeing it snake around all the crap that I've made. Still got all the pumps on them. But I did make the whole splitter thing much cleaner in terms of looks and stuff like that. I've also got the holiday pipe skin on some of these, but yeah, it's still running. I think I overclocked them as well, so that's fun. But yeah, no, it's still running. Then there's this whole setup, which I think I set this up just as a way to get rid of dark matter residue. Yeah, that's all this thing is doing. Not incredibly quickly either. It's like I could just get rid of all these pumps. This was back when I thought pumps actually helped with pushing water through, you know, things. They do not. You like this, this one junction that's kind of offset? Also, there's a funny thing that happens with the Christmas skins. When you get close to them, they shift their position. A little awkward. But yeah, that's all kind of set up. I've got a nuclear reactor over here because this is where I'm dealing with my Fixonium fuel. So I've got this drone coming in, and this is the drone that delivers the singularity cells way over there where I'm doing my nuclear processing. And then it's also dropping off all of the Fixonium, which got a fair amount, kind of hanging out there. And the Fixonium comes over here, along with the everything else that's needed for all this, which I don't have too many of the electromagnetic control rods, but this is making 2.5 per minute, it's operating at 100%, and then that's getting fed down here, and then it's going into this nuclear power plant, which at this point I could probably do this, since that's operating at a pretty decent amount. Get an extra bump to our power. But yeah, these do not produce any waste, which is fun. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. But yeah, I've done everything as far as crafting and all that stuff is concerned. It's not too bad. Pretty much the only goal I've got left in this save is setting up the
I think building on foundation helps make things cleaner and would grind if you go places. A foundation press L1 snap world grind.
And would grind if you go places. If you go place found. What? Why are you saying grind so much? Stop saying grind. Yeah, building on foundations is all good. But, yeah, I don't know. At some point, I just embraced the chaos. Hey, I still beat the game. Quote, unquote, beat the game. I mean, I don't know. I've still got some stuff to do. Like, we can take care of one of those things I need to take care of right now. We could do that for the rest of the stream. Just kind of take care of some little things here and there. I need to figure out what to do with this. Right now I've just kind of been dumping out of this buffer because I'm not using the dark matter resonance or residue quickly enough. It's kind of a shame, really. I could take some of those surplus diamonds we're creating over there and belt them all the way over here. I don't think I want to do that, though. That sounds like a lot of work. Made a cyber wagon. That thing's garbage. It's funny you can interact with it from so far away. If I had more sloops, I could make that a little bit more efficient as far as how this is set up. So right now I'm only slooping, I think, 2 of these machines. The ones making the protein. So technically it's not up to, you know, being as efficient as it could be.
Sorry World Grid, so everything line up, try getting foundation, press L1, see what happens.
So, okay. When it comes to the foundations in the World Grid, it's not L1, by the way. It's R1, like this. So, this is World Grid right here, like this. But that only matters if you do it right when you start the game. So at this point, it doesn't matter. It's like, there you go. That's lined up to World Grid, but nothing else is, so it doesn't matter. Not at this point, anyway. Okay. I only need 10 of these. So, let's go ahead and grab that. Need some crystal oscillators. And I need high-speed connectors. Not that many, but whatever.
Hostile organisms added to the object scanner. Note, it cannot detect the species, only aggression. There are many creatures that dislike you, Pioneer, but I am your true friend.
Thanks, Ada. It's nice hearing some of this dialogue from Ada, because, yeah, obviously, since I beat the game, Ada doesn't really talk that much anymore. Let's take some nuts. And we also needed rotors. And we needed protein, which... Protein, we're going to have to go get some raw resources again. I know there's more of you. Alright. I don't remember if that's going to be enough. How many did we need? 2? 50 million? 20? 16?
For your next play though, hopefully you do another play though with Big Train Network, show us everything you learned along the way.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely going to incorporate a lot of the stuff that I've learned. I mean, it'd be a little silly if I didn't, right? As far as a Big Train Network is concerned, I don't know, maybe. Depends on how big I build.
Research completed. The protein inhaler can restore health in the eventuality that you have been carelessly damaging fix-it property.
That's me. Carelessly damaging fix-it property. Okay, so alien technology is going to take a while. We can complete the alien power matrix right now. I just need to grab some singularity cells. That's not too bad. Let's add that to-do list. Sulfur. Let's see, I've got rocket fuel. I know, I haven't done rocket fuel yet. And then the nukes. Which nukes, not too difficult. It's funny, I've been running around with these Nobelisks for so long because I've been meaning to actually do this. Just hadn't. Okay, let's do alien power matrix now. So, singularity cells I've got being produced over here. Encased uranium cells, not a problem. I'll just have to go pick those up. SAM fluctuators. I'll have to grab some of those. Just grab 400 of those. Power shards. Got 56 on me. Might as well grab some more of those. AI limiters. You need 100. Okay, there's 100. Alright. Alright. Singularity cells. Bam. There's the 50 that we needed. Alright. SAM fluctuators, we're almost there. Nobelisks, we can grab the last little bit that we needed those. That's that taken care of. SAM fluctuators are still loading. Then we need the encased uranium cells. I should probably do that last. You know, because of all the radiation. Alright. There we go. I think that's everything. We just need to get the uranium. Okay, that's done.
Alien power matrix recipe unlocked. These disposable synthetic mimic artifacts increase power augmenter output by further stabilizing the Summersloop's connection to its energy harvesting location.
You grow shrines and engrave silent organs incompatible with the tapestry.
It is a beginning, far from an ending, a step in between.
Harmony.
It's been a while since I heard False Ada. What a pleasant surprise. Let's do this. So let's just slap this down. I don't think I can actually grab some of these, can I? Some things you just can't grab off the belts. I need 10. Get this out of my inventory. There we go.
Nuke Nobelisk unlocked. This Nobelisk uses a nuclear fission reaction to generate a massive explosion. Ensure all Fixit employees are clear of the blast zone before detonation. You probably should not use this. I am not joking. No refunds available. Side effects include glowing, growing extra limbs, liquefied skin, unexpected cravings for flesh, itching scalp, hair loss, finger loss, loss in general, indigestion, and flatulence. Please consult your weapons manufacturing facility if symptoms persist beyond the half-life of uranium-238.
Okay. Now that you're done talking, I need to actually exit to the main menu and then come back in. Because, yeah. Still radioactive even after getting stuff out of my inventory. I don't know if it's a bug or if it's intended, but that can happen. I'm guessing it's more of a bug. Okay. So then, I don't need these in my inventory anymore. Same with these. Okay. Sure.
What are plans for the channel moving forward? Are you going to take break from Satisfactory or are we getting more content? What is the plan?
Well, as far as the plan is concerned, I am planning on playing more Satisfactory. When exactly I'm going to start that, I don't know yet. I have actually taken a little bit of a break from Satisfactory as far as the channel is concerned, because I think the last time I uploaded, or rather published a video was, oh man, it's I don't know, it's probably been at least I don't know, a week and a half, something like that. A week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't know, but yeah, no, it's been a little bit as far as a break for myself is concerned. So I could just get right back into it. Can you not make nukes in the equipment workshop? Hang on, just look that up. No, you can. Equipment workshop, manufacturer. Maybe it's because I don't have encased uranium in a dimensional depot. That makes sense to me. But yeah, no, I am planning on playing more. Right now, I'm kind of in between figuring out what I want to do for the next series. Oh, I guess my smokeless powder generation is a little bit lacking right now. Well, I guess we'll have to go check that out. It's been a while since I've obviously needed to use it, because I've been mostly utilizing the snowballs. But yeah, I do plan on playing more. Okay, what's the problem here? It's idle. That's being fed over here. Oh, it's because I didn't set up the dimensional depot. I had it going straight into making stuff. Yeah, had it straight over here into making the rifle ammo. Okay, well, that's pretty easy to fix.
Set some goals like no moving sneaking conveyor belt, so you would start a trains truck tractors to move items around.
You know, I had the idea of setting up using only trucks. I thought that could have been fun. Because, yeah, trucks are one of those things I never see anybody using. I don't know if it's just like an unpopular thing, but yeah, I never see anybody using trucks. So, I don't know. I think that could be fun. This is my setup from way earlier on. I haven't been back here in quite a while, actually. You can still see there's a bunch of Mark I pipes all over the place. That's how long it's been since I've been over here. Let's see, this has a lack of polymer resin coming through. Mostly because the fuel doesn't get used up incredibly quickly, but yeah. It's always fun going back to these older factories and seeing the inefficiencies and stuff like that. Which, there's a lot of. As you would expect. But it's all still moving relatively
1.2
well.
Hopefully big improvement in road vehicle.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to 1.2. It's this month, right? Which, that was another thing I kind of wanted to wait on as far as the next series is concerned. I wanted to wait for 1.2. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, though. I know that they're going to be adding in... really, you're not getting enough fuel, huh? I guess that's not too shocking. It's running off of this blender over here. Which, this isn't getting enough heavy oil residue. Because... that was just for getting rid of this, the rubber. So for some reason I made a couple factories dedicated to making rubber. I mean, I know why I did it. It's for my manufacturing setup over on the other side. Via the truck and stuff like that. Doesn't matter. But yeah, looking forward to 1.2. I know they're adding in a fluid truck, which some people are pretty excited about. Some are kind of whatever about it, which I get that. Okay. What do we need for a recipe for nukes? AI limiters and encased uranium cells are a little annoying because I've got them so separate on the map. I could just, deal with making these by hand and just not even worry about it. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm not going to use nukes very often, I don't think. So yeah. As fun as they are, I'm sure. Check it out, it's the one power switch I've got in my entire factory. Ow. My ankles. Let's see. So yeah, the main thing I'm working on right now is just getting the, what's this fix-it check mark? Huh. I don't remember seeing that, but then again, I haven't really looked at the awards and stuff like that very often. But yeah, working towards the nut. I haven't bought any of these other statues or trophies yet. Just working on getting that nut. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll get the other ones eventually. Oh yeah, never bought the Mark III power outlets. Not like it matters that much. Customization, still didn't buy, like, most of the foundation patterns. Equipment. The only things I've bought in equipment are the cups. Everything else, haven't bothered with. Haven't bought a single part, because why would you? Just a waste of tickets. Okay, these ones are just going to take a bunch of exploring, because I need to get more Mercer spheres, which, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that. These ones are going to require some hard drives. I've got all the materials necessary for this. I just need to get the hard drives. Then this one is obviously I just need to get the packaged rocket fuel, and then I can get ionized fuel done, and then that's this done. So, yeah, I guess I just need to go get a hard drive. Get that. Which, I don't think there's any in this area. There's 2 slugs left in this area. There's some in this area. I mean, it probably wouldn't take me that long to find a couple hard drives, to be honest. But let's go ahead and make some nukes. Because reasons.
Did you get efficiency first achievement as problem with it popping on PS5?
I did not. I think I need to start a new game and get all the milestones again in order to get that. So, yeah, no, it's bugged for me on this save anyway. Unfortunately. Alright. Who wants to take bets on whether or not I'm going to kill myself with this nuke? First, let's find something to nuke. I think there was some hogs around here. Yeah. Nuke! Almost killed myself. I got him. Wonder how long the radiation lasts. Not too long. That was a little bit overkill. Little bit. How well does this clear stuff out? Let's see. Didn't clear this stuff out, so I guess the clearing zone is only above the mushroom cloud, like directly above it from the x-axis up. Cool. Okay, I made nukes. There you go. Something I'd been putting off, mostly because I'm the type of person that doesn't really use those types of things. Just the regular old snowballs are just fine for me. Okay, what were we working on? We were working on more of the things, which hard drives, right? Hard drives. That's what I need. Okay, hard drives. Let's just take a trip. Guaranteed I can find some just jetting around. Yeah, there's one right there. Unless I already got this one. I might have already got this one. Yeah, I already got this one. Run! Okay, as far as hard drives are concerned, there's 4 in this area, so I guess let's take a look around. Let's see. If I was really going to be efficient about this, I would set up like an actual power line to where I'm going. Oh, I'm out of ammo. How about that? I don't think this hard drive was worth all this combat, but okay. Sure. Why not? Of course it needs fucking power. Okay, where's the closest power? Probably this direction. Yeah. Oh hey, spiders. Okay. Next. Of course not. Well, guess we're just gonna keep moving. Gotta find 2 of them. That one up there. Looks like it. Might have got it already. Okay. There we go. Alright. It's time for nuke! I don't even think I killed anything. I'm gonna kill myself with this thing. Didn't even kill you, huh? Okay, now that all you guys are dead, only took a couple nukes. A lot of you guys over here, though. Need turbo motors? No, what is that? Cooling systems. I don't think I have cooling systems set up in a depot. Oh, I do. There we go. That's technically all I needed, I think.
Did you ever find out about the fireworks?
I did find out about the fireworks, yes. Thank you for asking. The only thing I haven't tested with that so far is how many fireworks it takes to crash the game on PS5. I think somebody put like 200 of them in the bathroom. And that was fun to see. But yeah, I don't know how many it takes to actually crash the game on PlayStation. I'm sure it will be possible to happen. But yeah, could be fun to try.
Night Zanz, hopefully I'll get to complete this game eventually. Have a good night. Congrats on completing it.
Thank you for sticking around, Seeker. Always appreciate having you guys around. I'm sure you'll get around to beating it here pretty soon. Took me 156 hours. Maybe you'll get it done here in the next couple weeks. Who knows? As far as my fireworks are concerned, I've got them being produced in these machines. So yeah, I don't know. You think 100 would be enough to crash the game? I don't even know how many will actually stand on the ground, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's 100, or that's 10. Fun. Okay, let's do some research. Okay, I just need some empty canisters. I've got plenty of those over at my aluminum factory. I don't think I set those up at a depot. No. Funny thing is I haven't even used any of those canisters that I made. They've just kind of been sitting there, not doing anything. Right here. Okay. Bam.
Rocket fuel unlocked. Pioneers will be able to use rocket fuel in the fuel generator and any vehicle that uses fuel, including the jetpack, with appropriate results. Warning: mixing rocket fuel into coffee does not enhance its energizing effect.
I don't believe you. Okay, let's see. Rocket fuel. Rocket fuel. That requires turbo fuel and nitric acid. Okay. And that creates 100 per minute. And it makes compacted coal. That's pretty cool. Don't ask me how that works. Okay, that should be relatively easy to get set up. Nitric acid. Okay, we could do some of that over here. We've got sulfur over here. There's a little bit of oil here. Is there any sulfur? No, I'm using all the sulfur over here. Same with the sulfur over here. Using that sulfur. I mean, we could do it over here. I would need to pull the oil from here, though, I think. Alright, that's not too bad. I mean, I'm just doing it for the research, so it's not like I'm setting up a whole new power infrastructure setup, so that should be somewhat simple. Where was it? Okay, it's gonna be like right here. Is that it right there? I think that's it right there. And then the oil is right there. Okay. So, oops, not that. This. Lots of sulfur. Okay, now, as far as oil is concerned, now I know I'm going to need compacted coal to get this all running, so we could probably pull from like this coal line for it. The oil I should just bring over here, though, I think. Another hard drive. Should really have brought the power line over here, huh? There we go. Now, I'm not going to need all of this, but might as well. Come on, get started. There you go. All right. So, where do I want to do this? I should probably just bring the oil over there. Or would it be easier to bring compacted coal down here? Good question. gonna need this much foundation? Probably not. Okay, either way, this is all going into a refinery, I believe. So... Actually, no. Maybe it's going into a blender. There it is. Okay. So close. Okay, if that's producing 25 compacted coal, that's technically enough for that. Needs 150 turbo fuel, which we're not producing that much. 46. Man, the ratios on turbo fuel are dumb. Alright, well. Anyway. It's 100 fuel per minute. That's almost enough for 2 of these. Close. Alright, so let's take these settings, move this over. You only need 150. This is not going to be exact. 150. So, okay. How much are you producing? 41. Let's call it 42, so that's 84. Alright. And the nitric acid. We're going to need another refinery for that. Sorry. Nitric acid. Not sulfuric acid. Nitric acid requires iron plates. Ugh. This is becoming a pain. It's like, I mean, it's one of those things, like, once you get it set up, it's all good to go. But, and I do have iron around here. Okay, so I can do this. And I do have water. Some water. Not a whole lot of water, but some water. Okay. So that was from... Is that from a blender? $30 per minute. You only need 14. At least you never need a whole lot of nitric acid for whatever you're doing. Big problem's nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas I do have. I can't remember how much of it I'm actually using over here though. I don't think I was using too much of it. Let's go take a look. Yeah, no, there's still plenty of this nitric acid over here that I'm not even using. It's like I'm literally using a single node. Am I even using any of it over here? I don't even think I'm using any of it over here. Yeah, I just have it set up, but I'm not actually using it. It's kind of funny. This is my whole setup for making the power shards, which is fun. They're all just kind of hanging out over there. This doesn't run very often, but yeah, mostly because I don't really use that many power shards. Okay, so we gotta get nitric acid over here. Or nitrogen gas. 150. You're 300. We could probably bring a 300 over there. I'm gonna have to feed this up a wall or something. This is not going to fit. Maybe I can get this to work actually. How about that? Alright, so we're gonna need the water and iron plates. Iron plates, we only need 10 a minute. That's not too bad. There you go, that's taken care of. Nitrogen gas is making its way over here. Water. Think I can get an extractor in here? I don't know about that. I don't think this is going to cooperate with me. Something tells me this isn't going to work very well. Sure, why not? obviously we're going to need pumps on this. And power. Duh. Rude. Here I am going out of my way to not attack you. I have one nuke left. You want me to use it? There. Are you happy now? You see what you made me do? Think I'm happy about that? Alright. Let's get a pump on here. Oh my god. You're lucky I don't have a nuke anymore. Where are you going? Alright. Is that enough pump? Looks to be enough pump. Water literally just got up here. Alright, water, iron plates still need to get set up, but everything else is good. Alright. I don't think that nitrogen gas is going to be very quick. I don't know. Maybe once it gets all, I don't know, fixed and stuff. Anyway. Now, I think we're going to need to get a packager set up. So, let's do that, I guess. And I think I'm okay with just hand feeding this, to be completely honest. Because I'm not doing this to make a power setup. I'm just doing this just to get the research done. Okay. We need to get a smelter down. Which we can just go just like that. I don't really care how many we throw in there. Okay, iron. Iron we've got way down there. So close. iron being produced, iron plates. We just have to melt this in. Okay, that's nitric acid taken care of. Nitric acid needs to go somewhere. What was I doing with nitric acid again? I was doing something with this. Nitrogen gas is lacking. Why is that? Oh, it's because the thing is on standby, that's why. Go. Help if I turn the dang thing back on. Now then, I need to bring the sulfur over. We need to get the compacted coal going into here as well. This, we just need to bring the oil over. That shouldn't be too difficult. This is not a great little output for this, is it? Yeah, they're all impure nodes. Yeah, this node sucks. Alright, whatever. Each of these really only going to put out 30? No, that's not right. Why are there so many of you hogs here? Where did you come from? Where'd he go? Whatever. Oh, I haven't scanned for enemies yet. Apparently there's an enemy that way. Oh, and a hard drive. Oh, right, the one that's just at the bottom of this cliff. Okay, anyway. How much oil did I need? Question mark? 150. I don't know if I have 150 feeding through this, actually. Not until I get a pump on it. Yeah, okay, so that should be, what, 225? Should be more than enough. Okay, that should be enough for 100 fuel. And the resin, of course. It's already connected. Should be getting power. Okay, guess not. There we go. Right, the resin we're just gonna have to sink, I suppose. That's okay though. Alright, now we just need the compacted coal. Had it facing the wrong way. Whoops. Okay, that's definitely facing the wrong way. There we go. Okay, turbo fuel we can feed below this way. Right, that's what I needed the nitric acid for. Which, I guess I don't need to do it through the floor. I can just kind of do this. There we go. Miss me, sucker. Alright. So, last step is going to be compacted coal. aren't you making... Oh. Wait. What? Oh, no power. Duh. Alright. Compacted coal! Okay, so we need the sulfur and the coal. We can bring that over. And then I think that's going to do it as far as the last thing for this stream. Potentially. Been a few hours. We had some fun. But I think everybody's asleep. Mostly. Okay, the coal's over there, so I gotta break down this wall. And me without my nukes anymore. I would say we could use this coal, but this is pretty much being utilized 100%. So, nah. It's okay. Stop using the corpse of your parent to shield yourself. It's unfair. Unfair. Okay. think we're gonna make the compacted coal over here and then move it over there. That'll be fine, I guess. Can't remember how much we actually need. So guess we'll just put down a few of these. Definitely don't think we need that many, but that's okay. Yep. Yep, definitely can't be bothered to give a shit about this. There we go. Right, so we have to get this abundance of compacted coal over there, which probably could have done this with just one of these machines, not 4, but whatever. That's fine. Still messed up the height on that one, huh? Okay. Don't do it. Get 'em, hogs! Oh, they got him. Good job. So many hogs. Jeez. So much violence. Anyway. Okay, that's turbo fuel being produced. Turbo fuel is now being fed into this. Eventually. Maybe. Hopefully. Come on. Come on. Go through the pipes. Figure it out. There we go. Boom! Rocket fuel. Alright, rocket fuel is now getting fed into this. There we go. Now I just need to power this. Slowly but surely. Okay, so at this point, I just need to go grab some more of the empty fluid tanks. So, yeah, I guess we can go grab some of those. Which I have to go all the way back to my aluminum. Hypertube cannon! don't run into the cliff. Just take them all, as many as I can, and we'll just throw in a thing over there. A little storage container, and it'll just make a bunch of it. Not like a whole lot, but a bit. Okay, bye. Ow. Ow! In a real pain right now. Ah, seriously? I really thought that it had fallen
Oh yes,
off.
keep doing that, because pioneers definitely grow on trees.
Yes, yes, yes. No, we don't grow on trees, we grow in tubes. You know, it was brought up by Tarlock that one of their theories was that we're clones. And I felt like that was fairly obvious. I mean, that just makes sense, you know? Whoa! Okay, hello guys. Let's try this again. There we go. Ah! Really? This guy just does not want to fall. I mean, I get it, you know? Ow. This guy's gonna kill me again. Okay.
Hi.
Hey. Krishna. Krishna? Krishna, yeah. What's up? How's it going? How you doing? Right now I'm just kind of wrestling with an enemy.
I'm on my 20th episode of Satisfactory and I haven't gotten to phase 2 lol.
Nice. Damn. Thanks for watching the series, by the way.
Watch out.
Yeah, thanks. I got that. It's all good. It's all good.
I was late, I guess.
No, it's fine. Just making stupid mistakes, you know. Alright, we need to get container.
Okay, so what are you icing for power?
What am I using for power? Right now, I am
Using
using...
asterisk.
Yeah, I'm using a little bit of nuclear, a little bit of
Yes.
coal, a little bit of other stuff. Right now, I'm doing the packaged rocket fuel because I want to get all the research done. So, working on that right now.
MK6.
Mark 6 for the belts? Yeah. They use force fields. Yeah, once you get the Mark 6 belts going. So good. Okay, so we're almost there as far as what I need for that.
True.
Okay, let's just put that down.
Also, do you use hyper-to-be cannons?
Oh yeah, yeah, I use them all the time now. So close. 194. Guess the turbo fuel is a little bit lacking. Ah. Probably because I haven't gotten rid of the resin yet. Yep. Yep. I'm not being very anti-clipping right now. It's like I'm at the point where I want to...
Who and how do you use them? Because I use them by making myself fast and then making a long hyper-to-be, but I guess that when you have a jet...
I guess that when you have a jetpack, it launches you, and then I couldn't see the rest of your message.
And then you control after, so how do you use them?
Oh yeah, no, that's the way you do it. Nothing too crazy about it. Here, I'll show you here in a moment once I get this situation taken care of. Resin taken care of. Okay, and that's the fuel coming back through. Lovely.
Oh, okay. Do you have any tips for noobs?
I mean, general tips. You can nudge stuff if you didn't know. Like, I don't know how much of a noob you are, but say, for instance, you want to move something. If you hold R2, it'll lock the hologram, and then you can use the D-pad to move stuff. And then if you press R3, you can do half nudges, which are half moves. So if you want to get something a little bit, closer. Same thing with vertical. It also works with half nudges. So, something to consider. Other than that, I mean...
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it would kind of depend on what kind of tips you'd like. Oops. So, yeah, if you have anything... Pressing the wrong button. If you have any specific questions, then feel free to ask.
Also, is it hard to use dimensional storage?
No, not at all.
Or like unlock?
Oh no, super easy. Here's a tip for you. So if you ever have a bunch of random stuff in your inventory and you want to get rid of it, like say right now I want to get rid of this resin that's in my inventory, one way you could do it is you could put down a storage like in between this belt and where this is, and then you can use it as a dump for resources you want to sink. But if you don't want to go through all that, you can go to the building that's actually producing, hold X to pick up the stack, and then you can just slot it right in there. And then it'll dump off the rest of it, so yeah. Took me a little while to figure that out. As far as dimensional storage, or the dimensional depots are concerned, no, they're super easy to use. It's just a matter of unlocking them, which I can't remember the exact thing you needed to do to unlock it. That's just through Alien Tech, I believe, and then it's this one. Yeah, the Dimensional Depot uploader. So the hardest part about this is finding a SAM node, which you're not going to see the same thing on your map that I'm looking at right now, but you're looking for, this type of resource.
Whoa.
Yeah. The earliest one you're going to probably gain access to is this SAM site in the grassy fields. This is actually the first one that I utilized in my series. You can find it underneath the big archway, which I can't see the archway from here.
I think it was Mercer stuff.
Ah, yeah, Mercer Spheres. Okay, so Mercer Spheres you find via exploration. Once you go through the MAM tree...
I found a pure one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, you're gonna use them more later on.
Next to iron.
Ah, yeah. So, okay, where is it? Dimensional Depot. Okay, yeah. So the first thing you have to research is the Mercer Spheres, which will then allow it to become scannable.
I never utilized any of them, lol.
You will. You will. Yeah, once you scan the ability to look for Mercer Spheres, that's when you'll actually be able to really start making progress on when you want to collect them. Unless, of course, you want to cheat and duplicate them. But it is what it is. But yeah. Once you find them, though. Oh, and by the way, Mercer Spheres, once you get the Dimensional Depot unlocked and you can put stuff in it via your inventory, like I can, then you can actually upload it like this and keep the surplus outside of your inventory. But that's going to be a while until you can do that, I think. What else? What else? I don't want to overload you with too much stuff that doesn't really matter. So... yeah, I'll hold off on some of that other stuff. Here's my hypertube cannon, by the way.
You can duplicate?
You can. I couldn't tell you how, though, because I don't do that stuff. But apparently you can. I think it involves a factory card or something. I don't know. I don't do that stuff. But, yeah, here's my hypertube cannon. It's the only one I've been using the entire time I've been playing. I made this one, and, yeah, I haven't seen the need to change its design at all. So, yeah. Okay, let's research ionized fuel. Bam.
Ionized fuel unlocked. The origin story of this extremely efficient type of fuel was so fascinating it resulted into a new joke. I will tell the most popular version. A cow, power slug, and rocket scientist walk into a bar. The rocket scientist wants a milkshake, and so transportation was forever changed. Any historical inaccuracies have been removed by the Fix-It Department of Historical Reinterpretation.
Thank you, Ada. Thank you for that lovely joke. Okay, what the heck do I do for ionized fuel? Oh, hey, that's pretty easy. Power shards and rocket fuel create ionized fuel and compacted coal. Interesting. Interesting. So I gotta actually get rid of this compacted coal that's being produced via this blender, funnily enough. So I can do that pretty easy. Just get yourself a merger, throw it onto your lift. Take.
Okay, so I use a cannon that like loops you through 3 entrances and then you are in a particle accelerator.
Kinda. Kinda. A little bit more complicated than that, but yeah, kinda. Get out of there, coal. Not too bad. Alright, well, that's creating that. I could put this into a depot and then use it for my jetpack, which, you know, I guess we could take a look to see how it functions via the jetpack. Okay, let's see. You can set preferred fuel for your jetpack. You just scroll over to it, hit triangle, and then you can choose from the various fuels that you have. And if you have it, it will use it first before any others. Oh. Whoa, this stuff's pretty good. Okay. Rocket fuel's pretty good. Let's see, another thing you can do with your dimensional depots is you can put it on top of a pre-existing storage container and lift directly from your actual storage to deposit into it. Doesn't really matter for you right now because you haven't gotten into the dimensional depot, but the dimensional depot is amazing. So yeah. Alright, now that that's done, what do I have left to research? Hard drives, obviously, which we can scan that. Yeah, the only things I've got left are just collecting Mercer spheres. So I'm going to need 46, 59. And then obviously the SAM fluctuators, but that's not a problem. So yeah, I just need a lot more Mercer spheres. Which, yeah. Did I not collect the rest of that stuff? Guess not.
What is a SAM fluctuator?
SAM fluctuators are one of the things you can create out of the SAM nodes. So, whenever you get into that, that's where that'll come in handy. Yeah, so you turn... Oh, what is it? You turn raw SAM material, strange alien material, into the actual resource. Oh, bad guys. Ow. Hell is it? Oh, they're in the ground. Great. I can't really do anything about that. Get rid of that. Okay, let's go over hypertube cannon stuff. Okay, so let's say you get into a... Hey, I'm busy! You jerk. Hey, stop it. Anyway, guess I'll take cover over here, jeez. When you get into a hypertube cannon, it will jettison you off. And then if you have your jetpack, you can utilize that to kind of flutter your way into a direction. So first you want to... I'm not pressing X right now. So first you want to aim in the direction that you're going. When you start to notice the fall animation start to happen, which is now happening when your hands start flapping, that's when you can start feathering on the jetpack to extend your distance. Yeah, no, that's about it. It's pretty easy. Get the hang of. Yeah, just takes a little bit of practice. Make sure you hold on to a little bit of fuel, so that way you can, cushion your fall. But, yeah, that's about it when it comes to utilizing the whole dealy-do. But yeah, not too bad. Okay, so we're almost done with our research. That's not the big thing I was really working on, though. I was working on coupons, which, let's go take a look at that. Got 880 right now, so still need a bit more. Got 33 right here. We're getting there. I'm saving up for the golden nut. We're so close. Oh man, this last little bit is going to take so long, though. The last little stretch here. But yeah, I'm saving up for the golden nut, which takes 1,000 coupons. Ugh. It's going to take a bit. Other than that, the best things I could do as far as what I've got going is the DNA. Yeah, it's going to be a while until I get all those things, though. Oh, man, it takes so many points now. Oh. Criminy! Ugh. Takes freaking 26 million points. Why is that going so fast? Weird. Must have gotten some kind of a big boost from something. Oh man, it's so expensive. Let's see. Stuff I can get rid of. I don't know.
Having breakfast already?
Oh, nice. So you're in the UK, in Europe or something? Either that or you're just having a late breakfast. Maybe. So this is my copper sheet production. What are you doing? A little low on water. Terribly, though. Should be producing 1,200 copper sheets, though. Pretty sure.
Wait, why does it say that you need smart platinum?
It's a glitch right now. If I were to, say, get into a vehicle or something like that and then get out, it would actually go away. Hello, Purple Slug. Goodbye, Purple Slug. But yeah, doesn't mean anything. It's not real.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it just cycles back to the original objective for some reason. So I set this up at the start of the stream. This was actually what I was mainly doing. Making circuit boards purely to sync them. So I'm making like 540 to 550 circuit boards per minute just to turn into points. That's it. That was my big project for the stream. Okay. Oh, here's a tip for you. Doesn't matter which MAM you originally put your hard drive into. Shares results. Wow, none of these are very interesting to me. I don't even know what I'm looking for as far as these are concerned, though, to be honest. Let's scan again. Quartz purification. It's interesting. Deuterium circuit board, leached iron ingots. Dark ion fuel? That's kind of cool. Oh, here it is. Dark matter crystallization. That's what I want. Yeah, give me that. So dark matter crystallization. And this is a little bit beyond where you're at. But dark matter crystallization, pretty sure that means I can turn dark matter residue straight into dark matter crystals. Which I think is pretty cool. So if I took a particle accelerator. Yeah, that'll just turn.
Can you show me your steel factory?
Steel? Yeah, sure, I can show you steel. Why not? So if I took 2 of these. Okay, I'd have to move this a little bit. Whatever. I'll do this later. Steel. Okay. Steel I've got right over...
Later.
Here. Yeah, I've got it right over here. We can do that right now. I don't care. You asked for it, I'll show you. Okay, where did I have my hypertube cannon? Up here. Steel was one of those projects that you get set up, and it's slightly more complicated because it actually requires 2 inputs. It feels good to actually get it all up and running, though. But I actually kind of recently redid my steel. Originally, I was only running it off of 3 foundries, and then I upgraded it completely. Bam, here's my steel. Right now I'm producing 1,000 something a minute. Not that you need that much, but yeah. Here's steel. I've got two Mark III miners maxed out for a total of 1,200 on this belt. I've got, I think
Holy.
one... yeah, this isn't even that big. I've got one coal Mark III miner maxed out, being fed via this manifold into this whole thing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them producing. And they should be at 100%, I think. Yeah, these are all at 100% as far as production times are concerned.
Oh, Hugh max with power a shard, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. Later on, you're going to max everything out with power shards. A good indicator, by the way, of that is this little light bar that's connected to buildings will change colors depending on how the machine is running. If it's blue, it means it's overclocked to a certain extent. If it's yellow, it's idle. If it's red, it's shut off for some reason, powered or unpowered or whatever. And if it's green, it's producing at just 100%, so no overclocks. So, something to consider. And then this is just taking some of the excess of some of this random stuff that I've got. It's just kind of...
Yes, I know, and blue means.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's my steel production. And then that's just going straight along this conveyor belt. This is where I've got my SAM. That's my first SAM node that I got.
What does blue mean?
Blue means that it's overclocked. To some extent. So yeah, I've got all my steel coming through. It's getting split here with a smart splitter, which you'll probably unlock smart splitters eventually.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, smart splitters are really good for dealing with your sinks and byproducts, stuff like that. And then I've got just a bunch of random crap getting thrown away. This is my garbage dump, with a lot of other stuff coming through here. Like, I'm just producing screws and throwing them away. Same with like some iron ingots, a bunch of ore.
Wow.
I have a bunch of ore getting just sunk because I'm not utilizing it very well. What I should do is I should reutilize these, turn them into something, and then, use them. But, yeah, I'm lazy.
I need to hyper to be myself to my base once in a while for like cable.
Once you get your dimensional depot, you won't have to worry about that. If you can, you should set up your hypertubes, or not your hypertubes. No. But you should set up your dimensional depot as soon as possible. Make that a priority. It will make your life so much easier. But yeah. It's funny. I think I've maybe used my batteries one time in my entire time playing. I just stay on top of my power needs. Never really needed them. The only time I needed them was because of an accident. Not to say that I don't have a, decent amount of them, but they never get used. As long as you keep on top of your capacity and your max consumption, you'll never need them. Yeah. Too crazy. Here's my little tractor. All that does is just drop off trigons. Which, I could start sinking some of those. I think I already am sinking
Okay,
them.
but my bottleneck is like coal for my steel and I have a pure node Lul.
Okay, so depending on where you're pulling, you'll want to upgrade your miners. Which... It also kind of depends on where you're pulling your coal from. Is it this node or is it this node? Because, yeah, once you get power shards, that'll take care of that for you completely.
Bro, my coal is way farther.
Is it? Which coal are you pulling from? Like, over here by Blue Crater?
Look a bit north.
Look a bit north. This stuff? These are normals. It's impure. That one's pure. Is it this one?
Yep.
That's an interesting choice as far as where you're going to do your steel production. I'm guessing you're pulling from all of these impure
That's it.
nodes. Yeah, I'm guessing you're pulling from all these impure nodes to feed from this coal node. Yeah, I mean, I just pull from here.
And I have the other ones.
You're using these ones. See, that's an interesting choice. Let me show you what I'm using this area for. Let me just fly on over there. Have you gotten the trophy for getting hit by a vehicle yet? You could do it with a tractor.
And then I pull a pure iron and then I have way less coal for some reason.
It's all about the math.
Like a deficit.
It's all about the math. See, what you have to do is you have to match your ratios by the least amount of whatever resource you're pulling. So here's what I'm using the coal over here for. Power. Which is funny, I can't even remember what I'm using this pure node for. Yeah, that's what I'm using it for.
Yeah, I'm using it for power. How many coal plants?
Let's see, how much coal? I think I'm pulling from all of these.
I have 22. I think.
Oh, for the generators? Let's see. Each of these stacks is 8. 16. Another 8. Another 8. I think this was 12, a stack of 12. And this one's 8. So that's 20. 28. 30. I don't know, like 30, 34, 36, something like that. I did some of these, like this stack of 12, I didn't even need to do. I just did it just to do it. But yeah, not too bad. It's funny, these aren't even overclocked.
Holy crap.
No, that's not that many. You'll get more. I could actually further optimize this.
How much power you got?
Let's see. Right now, I've got 129 megawatts, or 129,000 megawatts. I'm only using 72. 72, 75, maybe 80. You don't need as much power as you might think you need.
129 gigawatts?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, there are factories that make terawatts
Bro,
of power.
you're a dick.
No, this isn't that much. Trust me.
With a K.
With a K, yes. Thank you. The funny thing is I could actually probably triple the output of, or not triple, but at least double the output of all of this power. All I'd have to do is just put the shards in them. Because right now these aren't running on shards. So it's like if I put all of these in here, they would bump up to 187.5. But then I would have to go back and do the upgrades to all the coal generation and stuff like that.
I only have 2 loudly crying face.
You only have 2? Nah, you'll get it. Yeah, it's like these are still Mark II miners, and they're not even overclocked. Yeah.
GW.
Yeah. So it's like I could massively increase all of this. Just go Mark III, right there. Mark III, Mark III. Oh, another thing. If you press and hold R2 and press right, or rather left on the D-pad, you can copy your settings. And then
My consumption is already 1,900 megawatts, like so unfair.
nah, that's nothing. That's enough for like half of one of the late game buildings. Oh, here's a tip for you. Okay, so if you're not equipped with anything in your hands, like if you're just bare-handed, if you press and hold R2, bottom of the screen, you'll see these options show up. Sample, copy settings, paste settings. So you can use that to like grab something without having to go to the menu. See? Pretty useful. Now I need to upgrade all these belts. Make sure your output of everything you're using is either matched or exceeded by your belt speed. Unless you're doing something funky with how you're doing stuff. Oh, that's what I was doing with that pure node. I brought it all the way down this way. So, with this, let's see here. If I were to upgrade all these right now, they would be 112 cubic meters per minute. So times 8 equals 896. So we get 896 waters. So right now, I think I should be able to upgrade all of these directly, and it should be a 1-to-1 kind of a conversion. So each of these get upgraded to 300 cubic meters. So now I can copy these settings. That should be good. Then the only thing I'll need to do is just continue upgrading the belts. So, okay, you see how it's an uninterrupted stream of coal? That means you're either at a 100% of your consumption or you're not feeding enough. So, you want to see kind of that start and stop. Now it's got the start and stop going. So, each of these take 37.5 coal per minute, so 37.5 times 8 equals 300. Right now we have got, how much per thing? I think this is a line of 1,200. Yeah, each of these is putting out 600, so 1,200. So yeah, it's a full belt of 1,200.
Gotta go, buyer.
All right, Professor, you take care of yourself. I hope you could learn something from this stream, and yeah, you take care of yourself. Let's let the water go through here for a bit. One thing I could do is I could detach this one and then feed it in more towards the middle over there. I think I am going to do that actually. This buffer's not really doing much, but whatever. Okay, water, water, water. It's funny, all that for just like, I don't know, a few hundred megawatts. At this point, it barely even dents the the graph. should have more than enough coal coming through, even if I don't upgrade these lifts. Yeah, it's just making sure all the water's good. Looks alright. Yeah, looks good. I could technically do that for, like, the rest of this, too, if I wanted to. I think all my pipes are Mark II, so it'd be a pretty easy fix. Should have more than enough coal coming through. Each of these is 600, I believe. Yeah. So that's another 1,200. I should set this up on a proper splitter, but whatever. Realistically, it wouldn't get me that much more energy. Each one goes up from 75 to 187, so I don't know, it'd be like a couple thousand. I don't know. It might be able to keep up with like one nuclear power plant as far as overproduction. Not that big a deal. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's going to end the stream. Thanks to everybody that joined in and talked with me while I was sitting there streaming. Had a good time, as per usual. We got a lot done. I guess before we end the stream, I could go double check and see how many more tickets we need. And we'll take a trip in our hypertube. You know, because it's been a while. It's actually been a while since I've been here, too. Just looked at this place. Good times. Good times. I think the last time I worked on this was like, I don't know, 50 or 60 hours ago. It's been a while. It has been a while. I'm going to give a little bit more thought as to what I'd like to do with the series. Or rather, the next series, I suppose, would be more accurate. Still trying to compile together some ideas for what could be fun. Go back. Another 16 coupons. Another like 70 coupons and we'll have it. It's gonna be a while though. It's gonna be a while. Oh, you know what? I've got these sunk. Yeah, kind of forgot that I had those in there. that's not going to add up to very much. That's fine. I do have some stuff that I can drop off. Actually, I have a lot of stuff I can drop off. Okay. Ran out of space. Guess some of this aluminum we can throw over here. Although, the line is backed up, so maybe we can't actually. It's pretty full. A few more. Got so much random crap. Bullets I can actually use. It's funny, I never actually set up real automation for these bullets. Just every once in a while I would come over here and drop some of this off. Then it gets fed into this, and that makes homing bullets, and then those get dropped off into the depot. So yeah. As far as other stuff that I can get rid of, I've already got that set up as far as dismantling it. Trigons, those are set up. So that way, when this storage is full, it'll drop off, which it's started doing right now. That's probably where the sudden spikes are coming from, those types of things. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot else to do other than wait, really. Right, well, anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream. Had a good time with this one. I've been enjoying streaming this game while we take care of our remainder of things. But anyway, I will see you all in the next one. You all take care. Bye-bye.